Why Indians can't get laid. I'm going to be reacting to this video by Drunk Justin, or called Justin Mark on YouTube. Now, this guy is from Canada, I'm pretty sure, and he is a pickup artist. So he's like in between the manosphere, the pickup artist world, sort of in the same boat as people like Fresh and Fit and whatnot. So I think it would be really interesting. I'll have my Indian top on today to prove that I am in fact Indian. And let's see how someone like, me, an Indian, can finally get laid.
Gentlemen, my name is Justin Mark, international dating coach and relationship expert. In this video, I want to talk to you about why Indians can't get laid. Now, if you're an Indian guy, you need to focus and you need to watch this entire video. If you're brown, if you have the same color skin as me, you need to watch this entire fucking video. All right, bro. In this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly why Indians can't get laid. I'm going to explain to you why, as a brown guy, you suck at picking up girls. And don't take this offensively. Some of the content I'm going to say might sound extremely offensive, maybe a little bit racist, maybe a little bit derogatory, but this is constructive feedback.
I love how he's warming up the audience. I think that's a really good thing. Warming them up for the racism, warming them up for the derogatory comments, and warming them up for the absolute bullshit that's about to be sprayed upon them.
So I'm going to tell you a story. I grew up super Indian. My parents were super fresh off the boat, fucking Indian as fuck, right? And growing up, I did not, let alone talk to a single girl, have any female friends. There was no intimacy. There was no hot girls. And the crazy thing is, when I discovered what I'm going to share with you later in this video, I realized that, first of all, any guy can do it, but I also realized why Indian guys suck so hard at fucking getting laid. Because I'm pretty much the only Indian guy I know who does get laid. Now, if you don't believe me, you can watch any of my YouTube videos. You can binge watch every single one of my YouTube videos, and you could see I probably have more proof and more receipts than any other guy on the planet when it comes to meeting women and picking up girls.
He is the only Indian guy that I know ever. I have a lot of Indian friends. I've been to India, and this guy is the only guy that I know who gets laid. So, authority figure we have on our hands here.
I literally have more content with females. I have more videos. Every 6 months, I have 3,000 Instagram stories with hot girls in it. And I throw parties every weekend in my penthouse. I bring out 200 to 300 hot girls a weekend. And I bang between anywhere from 10 to 20 girls a month on average, right? Last weekend, I fucked 3 girls in about 24 hours, right? Here in my penthouse. And just before filming this video, one of my girls just popped in and then left because she forgot some stuff here.
It's so icky when people brag about shit like that. The only thing that I think of whenever, and I have even my own mates who, say things like that, I slept with this many people, I banged this many people. I don't know what it is, but it is such insecurity, and it's just lame. Why would you brag about that? The first thing that comes to my mind whenever someone says something like that is that's a lot of STD tests to be doing. If you're even getting tested, which you should, if you're sleeping with so many people. But I don't know, whatever makes you happy, but it's not worth it. Is it worth that much risk? Is it worth getting a swab every single month? I don't know. But whenever someone brags about sleeping with so many women, it's so tacky and it's so lame, and it just screams insecurity.
Women. I'm gonna share all the secrets by the end of this video, so watch this video till the end, okay? So the first thing, the average brown guy, the average Indian guy, you fucking smell, bro. You smell. I got on an Uber the other day, and I was pulling up to the club to meet up with my bitches, and man, I literally was with this gorgeous girl, Sophia, and I'm confused. I kind of lean over and I smell her. I'm like, is it you? Is it me? I started sniffing my own armpits, and then I was with one of my buddies, and I smell him, and I'm like, it's neither of us. What the fuck is it? And I look at the creepy, stinky Indian Uber driver, and I'm like, man, it's you. So I roll down the windows, and I was thinking, man, how much money has this guy lost on Uber rides, or how much, of a bad rating has he gotten just because he smells bad and therefore it makes his car smell bad? Now you gotta think, where are you doing that? Anytime I see someone fucking up in their life at all, I look at my life and I'm like, where am I doing that? Am I doing that in some area of my life? Am I stinky? Am I turning girls away because I smell bad? No, because I wear Versace cologne, right? Or I wear 1 million by Paco Rabanne, right? Or I have like a very, very delicious and elegant cologne regimen. So I make sure I always smell good. And so most Indian guys struggle with the most basic hygiene of showering, using deodorant and spraying cologne on themselves so they smell fucking good. Just fucking shower, just bathe. And that's the number one thing that's gonna stop you from getting laid, right? Because if you even talk to a girl before you even open your mouth, she already knows you're there. She can smell you, right? And she wants to run away because you smell bad. And so if you're a brown guy, make sure you fucking smell good.
The low-hanging racism aside, this is good. This is good advice. I think this goes for everyone. It's not just an Indian thing. Like, so many people smell. It's not just a racial thing. I think this should apply for everyone. I feel like most alpha male, most of this manosphere people, it could be summed up on how to better improve yourself is just to have a shower, smell good. That just makes you, that makes you incredibly better and incredibly more attractive if you just smell good. I think this is good advice. I don't know why he's targeting it towards Indians. I mean, like, there's a lot of, not even subtle racism, but I think it's good advice for Indians and also everyone else. I think just have a shower, smell good, take care of yourself. I think that's good advice.
Another reason Indian guys really struggle to get girls and get laid, and why most Indian guys can't get laid at all, is because of the repressed culture that you come from. Most brown guys, if you're in North America, if you're in Toronto, if you're in Sydney, Australia, or LA, Vegas, Miami, New York, if you're anywhere in North America really, or in Western society, in England, Australia, even parts of Europe and whatnot, you're struggling to get laid because you come from a culture where, first of all, the guys are just really, really aggressive. But then secondly, guys are very, very judgmental. So now when you're talking to women who might be interested in you, might even be attracted to you, they're thinking, well, this guy's extremely aggressive and extremely judgmental. So I don't feel comfortable around him. I don't feel safe sharing my secrets around him. I don't feel safe relaxing as a feminine woman in his masculine presence because he's just extremely immature. And so that's a huge issue, right? A lot of brown guys, a lot of Indian guys are extremely emotionally underdeveloped where, they just don't understand where the girl's coming from. They just can't understand her as a person. And so you, as a brown guy, need to really unwire years and years and years and years and years of social conditioning in order to even start getting dates, let alone start getting laid.
Especially with South Asian culture, growing up, we're always told, don't talk to girls, don't talk to the opposite gender. Like, even in India, they make girls and boys sit, separately. And their whole lives, they're like, you can't talk to the other gender, you can't talk to, you can't do that, you can't do this. And after they reach a certain age where, like 18, 19, 20s, in their 20s, these Indian men, these brown dudes have no social cues. They don't know how to talk to girls. Like, they just don't know how to act, how to interact. They don't know. And I think that from a young age, it's important to mix these people up. They should be talking to girls. They should be talking to all kinds of people because it helps them build a social, a social world. It helps them sort of learn to navigate through the world where you have so many different kinds of people. And, sheltering them from talking to the other gender their whole life, and then they're put out in the open world, which leads them to not knowing how to act. And a lot of these guys go on to, and I'm generalizing here, but a lot of these guys go on to having an arranged marriage because they just don't know. They don't know how to date. They don't know how to talk to other girls. They don't pick up on social cues because of such a repressed culture. And it needs to change. It really needs to change.
Now, a huge other reason most brown guys and Indian guys can't get girls, can't get laid, it's the fact that when you think about what is the stereotype of a brown guy, what is the stereotype of an Indian guy, you think of, your fucking taxi driver with a turban, or you think of those creepy dudes who post on Facebook and they're like, I want boobs and vagine, or you think about, the creepy Indian guys who are sliding in your ex-girlfriend's DMs on Facebook and they live in Rajasthan, India, and you're like, what the fuck, right? Well, here's the truth, right? Most hot girls, most white girls, most like models, most affluent women who would be a good dating partner and a fun one and experience, right? Well, they're gonna look at you and stereotype you based on their past experiences with these creepy as fuck Indian guys, right? And so the reason Indian guys can't get laid is because of association bias. You have now been associated with all these creepy fucking Indian dudes, right? And so what you need to do is you need to break your stereotype. You need to break your stereotype through fashion, with jewelry, with rings, watches, piercings, right? You need to stand out. You need to set yourself apart from every brown guy. You need to set yourself apart from every fucking Indian guy. You need to show that you're not just the average fucking Indian guy. You're not like fucking Ramachimrit Singh from Ramachimrit, India, right? You're like this articulate, well put together, well educated, empathetic gentleman who knows how to treat a woman and knows how to show her an amazing, amazing fucking time, right? And so when you're this creepy, annoying, aggressive, sexually aggressive, harassment inducing Indian guy, running around, aggressive hitting on every other girl, not really learning what you're doing wrong in your approach when meeting beautiful women, well, you're never gonna fucking laid. And then what happens is you get frustrated and you give up and you're just stuck and you're confused.
And this is where it sort of goes off the rails. Like, this is how they all do it. They reel you in with the, the basic on the surface level stuff, things that make sense. You're watching a video like this, you're halfway through, and he's made two, good, little bit racist points. But then it starts to go off the rails. It starts to go batshit crazy. And it's so subtle. Like, even the way he mixes in white girls with highly attractive girls and highly affluent girls. He just slides it in there. It's sort of like he thinks white girls are on a different level, are more, are better. And you can tell from a lot of his videos, he genuinely thinks this. Like, he literally has another video called Why You Should Date Why Every Indian Should Only Date White Girls, which is just batshit crazy. But it's the way that this guy slides that in, that little sort of self-hatingness into his videos. I think it's kind of interesting. And it's ironic because if with someone like him around, like everyone that listens to him, if you watch this guy's videos, if you watch all of his videos, you will never be laid. You will never get laid. Like, I can assure you, like, this guy, unironically, is just making it worse for every other guy, because this guy out there saying the shit that he's saying is just going to make it worse for so many other brown guys, because this guy is a stereotype in itself. Like an insecure brown guy who's now an alpha man, a pickup artist, he's just making it worse. I think that everyone who listens to him, everyone that listens to the whole manosphere, the whole Andrew Tate, fresh and fit world, you're all losers, unfortunately. And that's just a sad truth. Not the people who watch you, but the people who spray that bullshit out on their viewers. It's beta behavior.
Right. And this is why I offer these incredible coaching programs. Like, I have my day game mastery course where I teach you how to pick up girls during the day, anywhere in the world at daygamemastery.org. Right. Or I have the online seduction course, learning how to master Tinder, right? I was #1 on Tinder in my home city of Toronto, Canada, when I had a Tinder account. And I teach that at online-seduction.org, right? So it's possible, because I've done it. I've been with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women, right? My body count's between 300 to 400, right? I've crushed it when it comes to meeting women. I've probably brought over 1,000 girls to my bedroom and been intimate in some way, shape, or form with probably 800, 900 women, right? And so it's crazy when you think about it. Like, why is a 5'4", 115-pound Indian guy getting better results than most other guys? Most Indian guys I know don't get laid at all. Most Indian guys I know can't get girls for shit. They can't get any girls at all whatsoever. It's because they don't follow these guidelines.
But this guy is a walking STD. Just the way he says his numbers, 1,000 girls, that is insane. And obviously bullshit, but even if you take it at face value for what it is, 1,000 girls, that is, what is that, like one a day for like 4 years straight? I don't know, but that's insane. Like, of course this guy has a coaching program, of course this guy knows exactly what he's doing, but that's the problem. That's how a lot of his guys get sucked in. Like, if you watch this video, the first half, smooth sailing, like he brings up a good basic, surface level shit. And then he goes in with the, like white supremacy bullshit. Like, this guy is a self-hating, Indian, self-hating brown guy. And I know so many people like this. I don't know what it is, but when someone moves, and I know I'm generalizing, but just from my own experience, anecdotal experience, having people who've lived in India come to a foreign country like Australia or Canada or America, what happens is they're so culturally shocked with how different it is. They look down, racism plays a big part in this. They're looked down by other people, by other racists. They experience racism, and it sort of forces them to want to fit in. And they just, I've seen it with my own hands, they just act super white, start hating themselves, start hating their culture, the fact that they're Indian, and it really shows. And what you get as a result is drunk Justin. And not just drunk Justin, but a lot of drunk Justins. Here's, in my opinion, how to actually go about this. If you clicked on this video because you wanted to know how to get laid by this drunk Justin guy, all he's done is spew a lot of racism and a lot of, white people are better bullshit on us. This is how you actually do it. And I know this isn't the most exciting thing. This isn't the most exciting advice. You want me to say something that I haven't said before. And I've spoken about this before so many times. But the fact of the matter is, you have to just work on yourself. And that includes, taking care of yourself, making sure you smell nice. But on a deeper level, you have to change your whole lifestyle. Live a healthier lifestyle, look good, focus on your body, focus on your physique, be healthier, be fitter, and focus on hobbies, focus on your passions, work on yourself, work on your craft. And what you'll see happen is you're just going to attract that kind of energy into your life. Trust me, I've gone through it. You will get to a point where you're working on yourself and you're just, focusing on your goals and whatnot. That will come. Everything else will come. You don't have to, go out to clubs. You don't have to, drink every night. You don't have to do all that bullshit, like, it's kind of weird, like the fact that there's guys like this, like, I'm pretty sure he said in a video that he doesn't drink, if I'm not wrong, but guys like this that go to clubs just to pick up, I don't know, maybe it's common, but it's kind of sad that these guys have to rely on people that aren't sober, just to have a good time. Like, it's kind of creepy in a way, especially if you're sober. But guys that, go to clubs just to pick up, it's kind of sad. It's kind of lame. There's a whole world out there. I'm not judging. I mean, you do you, but in my opinion, if you just want to get laid, I mean, I guess that works, but I would say working on yourself, working on your physique, working on your personality, focus on your health, get in shape, focus on your passions, your hobbies, whatever it is, and just attract the right people into your life. Trust me, like, your life will become better. You can embrace you being brown. You don't have to be white. You don't have to give up your Indianness. Like, just embrace your culture. You don't have to hate being Indian. I know that there's a lot of racism out there in the world right now, but if you can cut through that, just be the best version of yourself that you can be. Don't hate your culture. Embrace it. Embrace your culture. And, like, you will attract the right kind of energy that you want in your life. Don't buy into this bullshit coaching programs, and there are better ways. There are other ways to sort of approach this. Like, the reason why you're not getting laid is because you're not the best version of yourself. And if you're the best version of yourself and, you're working on yourself, you respect women, you're a respectable person, then you're going to attract the right kind of energy in your life. You don't even have to try. You don't have to put in this effort of going out every night. Trust me, it will happen. Just trust yourself, work on yourself, and be the best version of yourself.